Yo, what is up, guys? It's HecTic Mercenary, one of the first 7 founders of HecTic Gaming, and I'm bringing you guys my setup video of what my setup looks like and what I work with. So let's begin. Ta-da! So I'm recording this on my iPhone 5S because every other camera just seems very obsolete compared to this, so this is brand new, and so let's get to it. So, before we get to the goodies, I'm going to walk over and view the most least important part of my room, which is my bed. Voila. There we go. My bed's covered now. Now let's move on to the most second interesting part of this video. And that is my organized setup of my movies, games, and Blu-ray movies, and equipment in gaming. So, we got on my first shelf here is my DVD movies. And down here are a mix of PlayStation 3, Xbox Original, and PlayStation 2 games, as well as some PC games there too, but we're not going to go fully in depth, and as well as some PC games which you can't really see. And over here, we have some equipment that I have. Some of them are being used and some of them are not. But this is my Xbox Media Hub, which is currently plugged in. This is my Master Chief Controller, Turtle Beach X12s, which I don't use anymore, but I keep them packaged up, and my 2 TB external hard drive from my Xbox One. And up here, we have a mix of Xbox 360 games, as well as Xbox One games. So I'm just going to zoom that in. There we go. Beautiful. And over here, we have my massive collection of Blu-ray movies, which, thank you to my PlayStation 3 and Xbox One, this makes it possible. So, yeah, that's that part. Now for the most interesting part of this video is my setup. So we got my nightstand here, which I don't really need to kind of show you guys because everything is organized as it is. This here is my game binder, so everything that doesn't have a case or I just don't want in a case anymore will go in here, as you can tell. So I got Black Ops 3 here and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And now for my setup. So right here we got my thinking pad, my wireless Xbox 360 controller, and as well as my calendar of events and uploads and all that stuff that I've done, so then that way I can remember what I did and what day I did it on. And last but well, not really last, but here's my setup. I got my 22-inch Samsung LED LCD monitor, which I've had for over 3 years now, and it's still going good for me. And I have my Astro A40 mic or headset that I've had for like ever since late 2013, and it's been my go-to and most used headset to this day, and I still continue to use them just because the quality cannot be matched at all. So, and over here is my Astro Mix amp. Trying to get some lighting in here because everything is really tone black here. And I got my wireless keyboard, which, as you can tell, has been excessively used. And this here was actually just a recent pickup, and I'm actually very stoked about this chair because the other one I had was a cheap Walmart-ish one, but it was good enough for the time that it had. But I actually picked this up from a second-hand store, and I swear this chair has had to have come from at least a Staples Business Depot, but it's used. But it is the comfiest freaking chair I've ever invested in. Like, I love the fact that it's got the armrests, and the thing kind of pivots backwards, so I can, like, you know, tilt it the way I want it to, and it's just perfect except for the taped up armrest here, which I'm not really too bothered. But other than that, I think I scored a pretty good deal. It's only 15 bucks, which I know that its estimated retail price would have been around over $100 or close to. So with that said and done, and then we go over here, and what I got here is my, can't really see it, but I'll try and focus in on it, is my Powerhouse PC. Not really a Powerhouse, it's just a nickname I gave it, but it's an Asus. Was once a dual-core AMD A6 processor, but I upgraded to a AMD A10 quad-core with a upgraded GTX 750 Ti 2GB graphics card and 12 gigs of RAM, and it gets everything that I need done exactly how I need it done. It's got Windows 10 64-bit operating system, and it's fully packed and loaded, so I couldn't be more happy for that PC. And up here, we got my Asus mouse, my other 22-inch TV, which I use as a second monitor and stuff like that, and To some surprise, some people might think that's this is not necessary, but I'm just going to turn this on here to provide extra light. But this here is the most handiest thing I've ever had for my webcam. I'm just going to let that focus in. There we go. So I got this actually from a dollar store, and it actually clamps right onto my desk. And instead of my webcam actually sitting on either one of my platforms here, I actually have it on its own little snake arm here, so I can adjust it and whatnot, and it makes it super convenient. So you wouldn't even be able to tell, but it's what makes it for perfect positioning, and it doesn't even get in the way. It's almost like having a stand or an arm for your mic, pretty much. And here we got my nifty little nightlight here. And if you're wondering what this is, this right here is soundproofing board, and these are yoga mats, which kind of, I don't know if it does, but I have them up there to reduce the sound, so that when I do commentating in this area, the sounds don't echo as much, and my voice sounds firm, and, well, however YouTubers sound when they got soundproof foam. I'm not too sure I've yet to still experiment, but I still have another 4 of these to install onto that wall, which I will get to eventually. And right here is my blue snowball microphone, and it was on its original stand, but because this here actually once represented with this hat on top of its head, the little piece that fits into here is actually a perfect fit. That's what she said. But yeah, I can actually like literally wrap the cording around it, and when I commentate, I just bring it out like so, and it's ready to go, just like that. And you're wondering, where's a pop filter? Well, here's the funny thing. I actually made my own pop filter, which I've been using for over 2 years now. And it's a simple sock nylon that women put on their feet, and a garden ring that you use to stand your vegetables up on. And the arm that I use is actually right here. So, to put in perspective, I will do a little demonstration here. So this here will then clamp on to here like so, kind of just twist it because it's kind of in a fixed position, and then can't really do this, but when it looks in its final form, it looks exactly like that. So it's very convenient, and I haven't been bothered to really improve on it since, because it basically just takes care of itself. And then for the next part here, I got my my recording devices, which happens to be my Hopodge HD PVR2 Gaming Edition, and my AverMedia Capture HD, which was only 20 bucks at London Drugs, so props to me for scoring such a good deal there. And it actually operates and basically is set up the almost the exact same way as an Elgato, just not one cord going this way and the other one going this way. It's just kind of like that. But it's very portable, and it's only a little bit bigger than that of an actual size credit card, so it's actually really convenient. And as we get to here is now my sort of retired iPhone 4. It's been through its uses and abuses and stuff like that, just because trying to get certain things to work, and it just sometimes I can be an impatient person and I just go whatcha against the wall and stuff. But the wireless antenna, which I think is, see that little crevice right there, I don't know if this will focus, let me see. Yeah, so this little antenna that you see from here down to here, which you can't really see, but it's like this entire side of the antenna, which provides the Wi-Fi, has been kind of abused in a way which the signal for trying to get anything has been reduced significantly, almost making it like really hard to find a Wi-Fi signal. I'm just gonna let it focus there. And in here, I have my very old Sony Xperia J cell phone, which I don't ever use, and it's not even activated, so I just use it for the same use I'm using my iPhone for, which is not even activated either. And here's my controller that came with my Xbox. Unfortunately, my D-pad is actually becoming unresponsive, at least the when I click left, like I really have to press that on it quite hard. So hopefully with this message out there, maybe I can get some help with people who have had similar experiences that have had their D-pads not respond to them like a new one should. And over here is my Master Chief Edition controller, which is my new primary controller because the D-pad actually works. And I've also got a chat pad here, so it makes everything convenient for when I'm doing Xbox Live. So if I need to do a DVR snap, like a picture snap, I just press this button right here. If I want to do a DVR capture, I press the X2 button, so it really makes it convenient. And I've also got my little control freaks here. Sorry for the focusing, I'm trying to keep that up to date and whatnot as much as possible so you guys can get the best quality and see the best experiences and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that part. Other than these specs, is that is also a 22-inch with the two here have a 5 millisecond response rate, as this has a 7 and it's a 32-inch and does both 1080p and 720p resolution. So I'm caught up with the game. And lastly but not least, the console setup. So on my left here, I've got my Nintendo Wii, which I do Mario on. I got my 2TB external Toshiba hard drive, and the 2 games which I'm doing my LP on my main channel. You guys can check me out on DCI Gaming. And there's my wired controller, but I'm actually going to be using a wireless just because wired does get kind of annoying sometimes. And my very first PlayStation, which I don't have here, but I just have it in case I want to play it. And my Sony PlayStation 3, my Xbox 360 with the Kinect sensor, and the Xbox One. I am actually going to trade this in when the time is right, just because, not because of how big it is, but the fact that the Blu-ray app itself, well, let's just say it has its issues and makes sometimes watching Blu-ray movies very inconvenient. So, yeah. But other than that, it's actually a part of the Master Chief Edition or collection. So, I'm not really bothered. And I've got music, which now you can do simple background music on here. So you just plug in a USB device and make a folder for the Xbox to recognize, and boom, you got music. Alright, now to move on to the very last part, which is my internet modem, which is providing the Wi-Fi and the awesome internet speed that I'm given today, and my home phone. So yeah, and you're not getting to know my home phone. Only I know that. So, that basically covers up everything that I've got to share with you guys. I was hoping to make this somewhat more professional, but again, I can only do so much with this phone, as well as the stuff that's around me. So, I think I've basically got everything covered, other than the fact that I've got some pads right here that I still need to like nail up, but I'm trying to put 1, 2, 3, and 4, so then that way it looks a little bit decent. And that top there is really bugging me. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got to share with you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy, and hope you guys got a lot of knowledge of what I have to work with and what makes this whole setup so great. So, if you feel this video deserves a like, hit that like button. If it deserves a dislike, you know what to do. And feel free to comment on anything which you like the most about this video, and we'll go from there. So until next time, you guys have yourselves a nice day. Peace out.